Why I say that is because he took a shot at M on a record.
Grizzley.
Mm-hmm. Now, prior to him doing that, Marshall approached me about T Grizzley. And he was like, yo, do you think I should jump on a record with him? You think I should put him on a record? I said, yes, but I think you should wait just a little bit until he gets maybe one more of those records, just so they don't give you the credit for him taking off. I want him to have all of his credit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want that to be him. You know what I'm saying? So he was like, you're right. All right. So we'll just wait. So we were just sitting back watching him. And then he came out with the diss. Mm-hmm. And then Marshall called me like, what the fuck? You know what I'm saying? Like, he was like, he just burned the bridge and he didn't even know he had. You know what I mean? And I hate to see the youngins make those kind of decisions. Not that they can't be repaired, that it's no beef or nothing like that, but I'd rather it be unity first. I need for these guys to put it into their minds and unity first, because that shit that he did, that's the same type of shit I did.
What's going on, crew? I'm Slim Noble, and you're hanging out here at Noble Nation. What's going on? I wanted to do a video on the T Grizzley Eminem Royce situation. You just seen the Royce clip, and I'm going to show you the T Grizzley clip and the Bizarre clip in this video. So watch the whole thing and you're going to see all the clips. First I want to say is I'm glad Royce told us this story. He's doing his rounds, and this was the first interview he had brought this up, and I'm glad he did bring it up. T Grizzley dissed him in the past. I kind of forgotten about it. And then when Eminem mentioned he doesn't know where to rap with the kick and the snare, and I think that's towards him. We don't know, but it's kind of obvious. But so I kind of forgotten about it to that. And so I'm glad Royce had told us the story behind it. And one thing I want to say is if T Grizzley probably would have said that in the last 2 years, it probably would have been a different story. He had said this when Eminem was quiet before Revival, and things hadn't, it was a different time then, and Eminem was quiet. Now, since he's been on the ball, that would probably be treated a different way. But it's a hard situation for him, man. This is a touchy, because he's a Detroit young kid coming up, it makes it a more difficult situation where Eminem probably just would have fired off if he wasn't from Detroit. So he played that differently, right? One thing I want to say is I kind of want Eminem, I'm greedy like this, I kind of want Eminem to take out T Grizzley. To me, his arrogance and all that is he deserves a little, you know what I mean, for not respecting an OG from his city, and it's Eminem out of all people. You know what I mean? That's the first person that you should be giving praise to, you know? And something in me, like, you know, when Eminem says he's a little bit more happier when he's mad, well, I'm a little bit more happier when Eminem's mad. I'm sorry to say that. I want him to be happy, but I mean in the rap game. I'm happier when Eminem's mad and is rapping. And T Grizzley, I would have loved for him just to give it to him, you know what I mean? That thing in me wants Eminem just to, come on, no one messes with me, you know? Eminem's the rap god, right? But, you know, he's older, mature. He sees the situation for what it really is. You know, him and Royce, they're in a good place right now. I like what they're doing. I like what Royce is doing. That's why he's speaking up about this situation. I think he wants the Detroit to come together more, and I agree, because there's no camaraderie there. You know what I mean? So I see where you know, what they're trying to do here. And as much as I want Eminem to go nuts and just take him out, there's a reason why he didn't do it. Eminem's a smart guy, and you know, if he wanted to do it, he just would have did it, but he held back, left that alone. You know, I want to know where you guys think he should go from here. You know, it's a tough situation. It's not really tough, but do you think that he is going to just, you know, F you made your own bed and just let it ride out? Or do you think Or do you think, you know, he's going to give him a chance? See, the whole thing is, he might, I don't know if he'll give him a chance. It depends on T Grizzley's actions. Now, let's watch this clip. I want you guys to watch this clip and see what T Grizzley says, and we'll talk about that, because there's something I didn't like about that. So here you guys go. Watch this clip, T Grizzley.
On Breakfast Club saying, Eminem said, I burnt the bridge that I didn't know I had, when I supposedly dissed him. Let me ask you this. What's the use of having a bridge if you don't know you got it? What's the use of having soldiers if you can't use them, B? And one last thing before I go. So Royce, Eminem came to you and said, should I do a song with T? And you said no. Bro, what type of shit is that, bro? You told this nigga wait. If anything, that's gonna help both of us. That's gonna make him look like a big homie in the city. And that's gonna give me some more pull in this industry, you know what I'm saying? Where a nigga like me got 1 foot in, 1 foot out the trenches, bro. We need that type of shit, bro. You feel me? If somebody big come to me and say, should they do a song with one of my niggas, I'm be like, yeah, turn him up. That's gonna make all of us look good, bro. I don't know what type of move that was you pulled.
You know, so watching that clip, guys, to me, I still see arrogance. I see arrogance. You know what I mean? Like, instead of doing the post, if he'd never put that post up and just would have got the number, figured it out, Royce has been doing his rounds, his interviews. He's been saying he wants to help out the youngins. He wants to give advice, share advice. You know, his number's there. Anybody needs it, give him a call. You know, if he would have not put that post up and just made the phone call to Royce, those Royce and Em and all that, they're good dudes, man. You know what I mean? They love their hip hop, and a kid from Detroit, they're gonna, you know what I mean? They're gonna put a lot of onus on that because of where he's from and all that. And that arrogance came through. He doesn't make that call. He just puts a post out and he starts to blame Royce. You know, Eminem comes to you. Instead of seeing it for what it really is, he's not listening. He just, we're all guilty of this, guys. He's just picking out the stuff that he wants to hear, and then he has his buddy beacon off in the other ear, and he's not paying attention, and he's not listening. You got to listen, because everything that Royce said, he did the opposite by making a post and then trying to point the finger at somebody. He also said, this could really help. We can do what we, you know, it'll help both ways. You're helping the youngins out and, you know, you're giving me notice. Well, you know what? When he did that diss, he was popping. So he was doing all right. He had a good song. It was blowing up a bit. And so I think he got cocky and arrogant and, you know, thinking he's going to do this all on himself. Well, now look, some years has gone by. He says he has 1 foot in the hood and 1 foot out. That's what he said. First of all, he's got all those goddamn big chains on, worth all that money, and he's telling us he's got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, that he could use the help. Well, at the time when he dissed Eminem, he thought he was just gonna blow up and this was it. So he thought he could ram his shit and he didn't need him. Well, now that it hasn't gone quite his way and he's not quite where he wants to be, now he's embracing that kind of and saying that, you know, he would have did that, this, that. Well, your actions and your words tell us a different thing. You show no respect, man. The boys aren't going to reach out when you ain't respecting. You know, Eminem, he did all his shit, he fired, but he always respected the OGs. Always, always, always. The people that paved the way for him, the people that deserve credit that didn't get any, he always gave it. He was the biggest name in the world, winning his awards, and he's out there naming all his influences off on the podium. Who does that? And that was at his highest of heights, he was doing that. So there's a reason why Eminem's been around for 20 years, T Grizzly. You know, going the way you're going, that ain't getting you. You got a little bit cocky for a minute, and then you tried to pop off. Well, maybe that's a reason why you still have a foot in and a foot out. Maybe it's because you dissed Eminem. Maybe that's why you came to a halt. Because, you know, you don't do these things because Eminem has a lot of power in the game. A lot of power. Even if he's not the one saying, no, don't do this, don't do that, it's still going to happen. From the loyalty from the people that are out in the game, working behind the scenes and all that. It's not even him doing it. It's the people loyal to him who see everything. And maybe that's the reason why you haven't blown up like you thought you would when you dissed him. And now that your foot is still in the hood, now you're saying, oh, well, you know, it doesn't work like that. And, you know, I think that you should maybe be doing a little bit of, you know, figuring that out, the reaching out and all that, because, you know, even you doing that post, even if that post was sorry, you know what, Em? I shouldn't have did that. I was young. You know, it was 3 years ago. I was going through my shit. You know, the ego, you know us rappers and our egos, Em. You know that. You know, if he would have said something like that with some sort of an apology, you can say it without looking like a bitch. You can say it the proper way, you know, that it's like, okay, you know what I mean? And that would have went further. Even though you shouldn't have posted like that, that would have done a lot. But you went on there with arrogance. And, you know, that's the wrong way to go about it. I believe in karma, and this is probably his karma. This is probably his karma coming his way. Now, what should Eminem do, guys? That's what I wanted to make the video. I wanted to ask you. What do you guys think he should do? Do you think he just, whatever, find your own way? Maybe I'll come back to you in a bit, show your respect and put your dues in? Or do you think, you know, it depends on how T Grizzly is? If T Grizzly reaches out, do you think Eminem should maybe do something along the lines there? You know, that's a tough question. Who knows what Marshall's thinking? But I trust Marshall. I believe in Marshall. And I know that he will make the right decision. Because I don't know what the right decision is. To me, I just want him to fucking fire and take that son of a bitch out. That's what I want. I want him just to kill shot that dude, man. That's how I'm feeling. I know you guys like that too. That just gets us all revved up when that shit happens, right? But, you know, I don't think that is probably the best route though. You know, and you know what? Somebody else in Detroit up and coming that wouldn't do that would pay the respects. I think maybe somebody like that should get the attention. I think T Grizzly should be put away. You let him think about that for a while because now it's out. The story's out. Now he's got to live with that as his career's declining because that's what happens when you start going up a bit. You come down, right? Well, he's already reached his max on his own. Maybe with Eminem, there's more steps up. But no, he's on that part now. So, you know, that's why I don't know what he should do. But I think maybe Eminem should pop off one of these other young artists that show respect, that would pay respect, that didn't open their mouth. And I think maybe Eminem should do it that route. You know, he says he's got his eyes open. So, you know, let's see what happens, man. I love what Bizarre does. Bizarre always has Eminem's back to the fullest. His whole crew does. Anything pops off, you know, you got Bizarre, you got 50 Cent, you know, they always have Eminem's back. I always respect that. I love Bizarre. They're all family. In the music game, they're all family, man. So I wanted you guys to see the clip of Bizarre talking to Detroit rappers, T Grizzly, whoever it is, the youngins up in the game. This is Bizarre's post saying his experience with trying to reach out. And he wanted to just say a couple things on the whole situation, the young Detroit guys and the Eminem and the Royce thing that just happened. So I just wanted to do the video, guys, get that all out. I don't know if I covered everything. I probably missed stuff. There's probably things I wanted to tell you that I didn't tell you, but that's my video, guys. We're going to end it with Bizarre here. Bizarre's going to take us out, man. So Bizarre, tell us the young cats and the Detroit cats what's up, man. Tell them what's going on. Tell them the real way, man. Tell them how you get it done. Tell them how you come up in the game out of Detroit, man. There you go, Bizarre. I love you guys. Thank you. I appreciate the support, man. I'm Slim Noble. This is Noble Nation. And there's Bizarre taking us out, guys.
Yo, what's up, man? It's your boy Bizarre, man. I'm in the studio right now. Working on this album, man. You know, I stay working, man. This is my job. That's all I know. But today, man, I want to take a little time out, man, to talk about this situation. I see my homie Royce the 5'9" on the Breakfast Club today. And he was talking about the situation where Marshall was looking at T Grizzly as far as considering putting him on the record. And until you heard T Grizzly come out dissing him on the song. And I feel like I'm in the middle of all this because I'm a street nigga. And I'm in the streets more than the, you know, average Detroit rapper or whatever. So anyway, I get asked this question thousands of times. So by me being an OG, I tell y'all local rappers all the time, like, you never know who paying attention to you. You never know who watching. And y'all think that y'all out on Marshall's radar, but y'all are. Because he's a rapper, he's paying attention. And if you don't know, then I'm gonna tell him. And if I don't tell him, then I'm gonna tell him. If Denon don't tell him, somebody gonna tell him. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, we know who hot in our city and who not. But to the defense, man, a lot of y'all local rappers, man, I done reached out to y'all personally myself and tried to hook up with you and vibe and build. And a lot of y'all was acting Hollywood, like y'all was stars. And they ain't even been outside of the Detroit area code. You know what I'm saying? But hear me, humble, 8 million record sold platinum artist. You know what I'm saying? who's been around the whole world, even been on the cover of Rolling Stones, all that shit you can name. Well, fuck that shit. None of that shit don't mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? We trying to stay together as a Detroit, as a unit. But a lot of y'all rappers, y'all can't see that, man. So it's just funny, man, how we get other cities to twist and turn the shit. Like I seen this little video with Orlando Bando. You know, he on his platform talking about doing a song with Eminem would change your life, and how come Eminem don't reach out to more of the local celebrities and do stuff. Now, Lando, ask yourself this. These are the same rappers that were saying he wasn't even top 5 rapper in Detroit, period. So why would he reach out to do a song with them? That ain't make no sense, man. We gotta start respecting our rappers, because it was never like this when we was growing up. It ain't no division. It ain't no gangster rap, hip hop. We all is one. You gotta start respecting Slum Village. You gotta start respecting Big Sean. You gotta start respecting Eminem, D12, Obi Trice, Danny Brown. All these rappers paved the way for the city, for y'all to be able to do what y'all can do today, to shed light on the city. And that's the bottom line. So I'm gonna tell you one thing that I know as an OG. I never, ever diss a Detroit rapper to somebody out of town. Never. If I feel some type of way about a rapper, I never say it. If you come to the city and you tell me, hey man, I'm trying to get up with such, or what's up with him? Oh, he cool. Oh yeah, even if I have beef with that rapper, you'll never know it. So we gotta stick together, man, because you never know who's watching, man, and who can do what, man. And we gotta start doing what's best for us. I'm gonna give you the best advice my homie Rico Shelton told me. Put your head down and grind. Stop worrying about other shit, and your blessings will come. And that's what I gotta say, man. I love y'all. I love my city. To the Cash Dolls, to the Vezos, to the Sada Babies. I love all y'all, man. The Tricks, the Ambassador. I love y'all, man. Enough respect, man. I'm about to get my ass back in here, finish on this album, and mind my business.